let me say, in this line of work, I have seen every case scenario that could happen. I have seen families where there's been the loss of a breadwinner suddenly due to accidents. During COVID, we saw how illness did not choose. It was not based on age or race or, your financial status. I know a few people, and this one particular case in particular, this person was in a stable job. He's a pilot. Okay, let me just put it out. And he was diagnosed with, and he was a retired pilot. And so he has some money, you're in business, you're doing well. But you get admitted to hospital due to COVID. And insurance at the point did not know, do we cover calamities such as this? It was a gray area. So insurance providers at the time, apart from international medical providers, the local medical were capping it. So you'd go to hospital, yes, you have a big cover, and the insurance provider would be like, no, we're only going to cover to a certain limit. And so what was this person left to do? This and many others. Stories can be told about this. You need to now start going. You're liquidating you're going to the bank, you're withdrawing whatever you can. You're trying to liquidate assets. Who's buying? It was lockdown. It was COVID time. Nobody's buying assets. So maybe you're giving a friend to hold off as a loan, to hold it for you as they lend you the money so that you can seek treatment. This one particular case, I know his bill ranked up over 6 million shillings. Okay? And it took a dent. This is somebody I met up later, and he could tell you it took up, when things were starting to open up, he was in a debt, he was in debt, and it had taken a toll on his finances completely, your assets. So insurance, because of things that we cannot predict when we're going to have an accident, we cannot predict when we're going to be ill, you cannot predict just certain things that happen. And not only to our bodies. When we talk about assets, do you remember the floods? Did you see big homes submerged in water? Imagine the multitude of losses in those houses. People's cars. I had a client who drove back into Nairobi, and he used to drive a Mercedes E350, and water damage. If you know anything about the German machines, if you get too much water into the engine, it conked out. Luckily, he had good insurance for his car. So after a couple of many weeks, investigations and ABCD, of course the engine was dead, he was able to get refunded. But imagine if he didn't have insurance. What's that magnitude of the loss that you're making? We have people who put in their money. You've retired, or you're in your forever home. You've built this big home, you've filled it up with all these souvenirs, your favorite watches, if you're a collector. You've not put them in the safe. They're at home. They're safe at home, okay? We have homes that were flooded in Grunda. We have homes that were flooded in places in Athi River. Big homes. If you think about all the electronics that got messed up, I wonder how many of those homes had insurance. I could give many scenarios. We've seen people being accidents and you're paralyzed. Your life just changes and you're incapacitated forever. So life has changed. You're still alive, okay? And now you need care 24/7. So lucky you if you have a good partner, you chose correctly, and they're able to take care of you if they're financially stable. Lucky you if you have a good family that's able to step in and take care of you. But if you went to some of these victims who fallen prey to, illness or accidents, they'll tell you how lonely it gets. Because people will avoid you because maybe they know there's a financial need and they're not able to step in. So what do? They avoid you. Right? So you need to talk to I don't know who your insurance agents are or your brokers. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. Our number, our email is down below. This is what we love to do, to help you secure your wealth, to help you secure your loved ones, to make sure that you don't go into any losses.